Most Indians grow up hearing the same formula for success. Study hard, get good marks, get a stable job, work honestly, and life will be secure. From a young age, the goal is very clear: education first, then a good salary. So people spend years studying in school, then college, sometimes even coaching classes. Everything is aimed at reaching that one moment, the first job. When the first salary arrives, it feels incredible. After years of studying and waiting, money finally starts coming in. But something interesting starts happening after that. The salary comes in every month and slowly begins to disappear. Rent, food, transport, electricity, phone bills, family responsibilities. Before the month is even over, most of the money is already gone. Then the next month begins. Salary comes again, expenses happen again, and this cycle quietly repeats itself for years. Many people spend decades running inside this same loop without even realizing it. At first, the lifestyle is simple, but as income increases, something else begins to change. Lifestyle begins to upgrade. The first big purchase might be a new phone, then maybe a bike, later a car, eventually a bigger house. None of these things are bad on their own. Everyone wants comfort and convenience, but most of these things are not bought with cash. They are bought with EMIs. EMI for the car, EMI for the house, EMI for gadgets, EMI for furniture. Slowly, a large part of a person's future income becomes committed before the salary even arrives. Every month, the money comes in and immediately flows out to different payments. At this point, something important happens. People are no longer working to build wealth. They are working to maintain their lifestyle. Another powerful force also starts influencing financial decisions: social pressure. In many communities, people constantly compare their lives with others: relatives, friends, neighbors, colleagues. Someone buys a new car. Someone posts pictures from an international trip. Someone moves into a bigger house. And suddenly there is pressure to keep up. Nobody wants to feel like they are falling behind. So people often spend money not because they truly need something, but because they feel they should have it. Sometimes the goal becomes looking successful rather than actually building financial strength. Many people do try to be responsible with money. They save. They keep money in savings accounts. They put money into fixed deposits. Saving money feels safe, and in many ways it is. But there is a quiet force that slowly affects those savings: inflation. Inflation means that the cost of things slowly rises over time. Food becomes more expensive. Rent becomes more expensive. Education becomes more expensive. Even basic daily items slowly cost more every year. If money grows slower than inflation, its purchasing power quietly shrinks. A person may feel like they are saving money, but the value of that money is slowly decreasing. This is why simply saving money often doesn't lead to significant wealth over long periods. There is another difference between the middle class and people who build larger wealth. The middle class mainly depends on active income. Active income means money only comes in when a person is working. Salary is the most common example. If the person stops working, the income usually stops too. Wealthy individuals often focus on something different: assets. Assets are things that can grow in value or produce income over time. Examples include businesses, stocks, or certain types of real estate. When someone owns assets, their money starts working for them. Over time, those assets can grow, sometimes even while the person is doing nothing. This is where another powerful concept appears: compounding. Compounding means that money starts generating returns, and those returns generate even more returns. At first, the growth is small and barely noticeable, but over long periods of time, it can become extremely powerful. The key ingredients for compounding are time and consistency. The earlier someone begins investing and building assets, the more time compounding has to work. Many people delay this step because they believe they need a large amount of money to start, but the real power comes from starting early and staying consistent. The difference between staying in the middle class and building wealth is often not about intelligence or effort. It usually comes down to habits: how money is spent, how money is saved, and whether money is eventually used to buy assets that can grow. In the end, wealth is not only determined by how much someone earns, it is determined by what happens to that money after it is earned, whether it disappears into expenses or slowly turns into assets that continue growing for years.